Hey everybody, I'm Kiasa, Eriksen-Meyer. I'm from Gold Bar, Washington. I'm the third generation that has lived here in Gold Bar, Washington. I'm of Scandinavian descent, but more or less I just consider myself your average white, conservative, lower middle class American. Growing up, family has been the center of pretty much everything in my life. It's affected my communication because I've always felt at home and welcome and around people with similar mindsets as myself, and so I've never felt the need to keep anything hidden. I've always felt like I could be open with anything I needed to say. And in the community, since it is such a small town, I've never felt the need to be loud or obnoxious or anything because it's so small that you don't need to be overwhelming to be heard. And also in my community, it's seen as like disrespectful to be loud and obnoxious. You know, talk with your hands like some cultures do. We tend to be very introverted and listeners maybe instead of always talking. We like to listen more to people. So, like I said, family has pretty much been the central focus of growing up, which has made me maybe be more soft-spoken than others. And that's all fine and dandy and stuff when you're still here in town. But as I've grown up and I've gone to school in places like Bothell and, outside of here, it's forced me to mix with people from other cultures and other points of view, and it's maybe caused me to be more quiet and more introverted because I feel like they're so overpowering and louder and bigger than me, more boisterous than me. And so as a result, people might see me as like the bitchy type or just the quiet type, but really I'm not. Maybe I'm just like listening to you and taking in what you have to say instead of talking over you or talking over others. So my cultural aspect of what I'm bringing to the video would be part of my family, since we all do live in Gold Bar still. My grandparents live 2 blocks down the road, and my parents live 2 miles up the road. We see each other all the time, and one thing that I think that is affecting our society lately as far as communication is we rely too much on technology. So instead of going and seeing someone or actually talking to someone, we just text them or email them or just call them on the phone and say hi. But in my family, what we like to do is actually hang out, which might seem weird. I see my grandparents at least a couple times a week, and same with my parents. One of our favorite things to do is have family meals. So today I'm going to show you like a basic meal that I would probably make just any night, super easy. So over here we've got some chicken going. Just going to turn on the grease really fast. And we've got zucchini that my grandma grew in her garden that I got from her house. And I just like to bake it in the oven. So I line it up on the pan. I cut it in like french fries if you eat it. So I like to line it up on the pan like this. And usually when I cook, I'm used to cooking for a lot of people because my grandma and grandpa, that will be 3 of us as opposed to just one. Not that that's a lot of people. But, or my family is just my mom, my dad, and my little brother and myself. So I never cook for just one. And my little brother tends to come around the house and steal my food anyway. So even if I am just cooking for myself, I always make extra just in case he shows up. So then we've got oil. Let's put that on top of the zucchini. And we've got salt and pepper. A dash here, and some over here. Alright, perfect. Alright, then that's going to go in the oven. Now that our grease is hot over here for the chicken, go ahead and slide that in. My grandparents live so close that most of the time when I make dinner, I don't even drive. I just walk down the street. So stir that up a little bit. Add some water. And then last, my grandpa's favorite sauce. I'm going to throw some in there. And stir it up. And that's going to be Sunday dinner at Grandma's house, my treat. I hope that all of you want to come visit me in Gold Bar sometime, and thank you for watching.